Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are playing a little bit of Esper Doom Foretold with Yorion. So this is a Stax deck, so it's built around the enchantment Doom Foretold, which is 4 mana, and says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. If they can't, they discard a card, they lose 2 life, you draw a card, you gain 2 life, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, then you sacrifice Doom Foretold. So essentially, it's about running your opponent out of resources, one card at a time, until eventually you can crack the Doom Foretold and start building up advantage. And then the rest of the deck is built around an enchantment matters theme, and then enchantments that have sort of ETB effects, which we can then blink with our Yorions, get maximum value off, or bring back with Dance of the Manse, which is a sorcery that costs X blue-white, and it says return up to X target artifact and/or non-aura enchantment cards, each with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other type. So you fire this off for 6, and essentially you just win the game. But we have a lot of powerful enchantments that go along with that. So we've got 4 copies of Spirited Companion as a kind of 1/1 early enchantment that also draws a card. 4 copies of Omen of the Sea, which acts as card advantage and sticks around and is very effective being blinked. 4 copies of Lithothorn Blight, which not only draws a card but also makes your opponent's lands less appealing. 2 copies of Trial of Ambition, which makes the opponent sacrifice a creature. 3 copies of the Restoration of Iganjo, the enchantment saga that not only ramps you for planes but also lets you potentially bring back other cards, other enchantments from the graveyard, and then turns into a creature. 2 copies of Temporary Lockdown to deal with kind of decks that go wide with lots of cheap creatures, so mono white humans and the like. 3 copies of Oath of Kaya, which is a removal spell in enchantment form that also gains life. The Doom Foretold that I talked about, and then 1 copy of Elspeth Conquers Death, again a saga which allows us to deal with an opponent's big threat, and then work up towards getting something back from the graveyard as well. And we're also running some useful removal spells in 2 copies of Go for the Throat, 1 copy of March of Otherworldly Light, and then the full 4 copies of Supreme Verdict, so we can deal with an opponent who is off to an explosive start, or if we just need to reset the board and just keep the advantage with all of our enchantments in play. And then we're also running 3 copies of Prophetic Prism, which is an artifact, but draws a card, helps us filter our mana, and also is a useful blink target for Yorion as well. And then our finishers are 2 copies of Archon of Sun's Grace, so that's the 3/4 with flying and lifelink that also gives the Pegasuses it creates. Anyway, it creates Pegasus tokens whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control. We've also got 1 copy of Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, 2 main deck Yorions, and an Elish Norn, Mother of Machines. So if we play that, we can start to double the effects of our enchantments entering the battlefield as well. So that's the main deck. Yeah, Esper enchantments, Esper Doom Foretold. You could even argue it's kind of a control deck. So yes, it's that kind of model that we're using. And then the lands that we're using, we've got a lot of dual lands. Obviously, 4 copies of Rafine's Tower, 4 Fable Passage to go and fetch the basic lands that we need. Because this is an 80-card deck, we just have so many more lands, so we can afford to play the full 4 copies of Fable Passage to help fix our mana. And then some of the utility lands as well. So we have Iganjo, we have Otawara, 2 copies of Castle Lochthwain, a Castle Vantress, and then as a creature land, Hall of Storm Giants. So yeah, you can inspect the mana base more closely in the deck list. And then in the sideboard, obviously Yorion is taking up 1 of the slots as our companion, but we've also got 2 copies of Spell Pierce to bring in against decks which are running a lot of non-creatures. The full 4 copies of Thoughtseize as hand disruption. 2 Rest in Peace to deal with the opponent's graveyards, 2 Noxious Grasp for green and white creatures and planeswalkers, a Shieldred's Edict similarly to deal with potentially planeswalkers as well, or a deck that's trying to go big in on 1 creature. 2 copies of Treacherous Blessing, which has kind of moved out of the main deck of these decks, but can be used for card advantage, and then sacrificed to a Doom Foretold. So it does have that advantage, and then 1 copy of Shark Typhoon as well as an additional finisher, and big enchantment in the sideboard that we can play if we particularly want to. So yeah, that is the deck. A little bit takes a little bit longer to run through it, just because it's got more cards in it. But you know, the theme behind the deck is pretty simple. You control the game. You get value with Doom Foretold. You finish the game off with your finishers. It's as simple as that. Let's see how simply it actually plays, and go on to the ladder. Okay, we will be on the play. This hand's okay. It's got early interaction, potentially card draw, can use Iganjo as a removal spell, and Otawara similarly, so these aren't quite just lands. Yeah, it's marginal, but I think we'll keep it fun. Rocking our new sleeves for this month as well. But, yeah, let's open with a Rafine's Tower. Okay, early Thoughtseize from our opponent. So they could be playing, this could be Greasefang, could be Vampires. Okay, let's pass the turn holding up Omen, just because I think I'd rather have the 2 Scry effects, the Scry 2 rather, just to help move any more lands off the top of our library. Okay, looks like Mardu. Huh. Okay, Mardu hand disruption by the look of it. Okay, so let's now, yeah, let's just pop this here so that whatever happens, we have a draw spell in hand, and then they can just take whichever one they feel like. Yep. So let's play Prism. Draw another land. Feel sad. Okay. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is a card, so let's play another. So we could just get rid of the token. That would take our entire turn, though, and we couldn't play another Omen. Do like not ramping them, though, so yeah, let's do that. Okay, so they're playing Rite of Oblivion, so it's that kind of. Okay, Treacherous Blessing, sure thing. So let's Omen of the Sea. Yes, we'll keep both of those, I think. Or do we actually need Verdict at this point? I like Oath because it can take out the. Yeah, let's keep them both. Let's play Swamp, and let's cycle the Rafine's Tower at the end of their turn. So yeah, cycle tower, draw verdict, kill the reflection. We can verdict if they play another creature as well. That might be better. We'll just see what they do. No, they're also okay. They are also playing Doom Foretold, just in Mardu. That's funny. You never expect to see. You don't see it that often, and then and then I play it, and suddenly it's the opponent's playing it too. We do have a lot of things to sacrifice, though, so I'm not too worried at this point. Okay, Dance of the Mance is interesting, so we can potentially at some point just get back all of these enchantments that we're sacrificing, so I like that. So let's Oath of Kaya. Kill their reflection of Kiki Jiki. Play Iganjo. Pop Yorion in our hand. They'll sacrifice their Tretch. Okay, Croxer. What are we discarding with Croxer? Let's discard Verdict. What's going on here? Okay. Interesting. So, what are we bringing in against this deck? I think Treacherous Blessing I like to use against their... just sacrificed against their Doom Fortolds. Rest in Peace. Yeah, it's good enough, so we'll take out Dance of the Mance. Yeah, maybe 3 Thoughtseize and a spell Pierce as well. There's quite a lot of good stuff we can bring in, actually. So let's think about what we're taking out. Do we actually need Rest in Peace? They're only playing Croxer. No, let's leave it out for the moment and let's pop back in Dance of the Mance. And let's take out Temporary Lockdown. What else are we taking out? I think we can take out Oath I like, Archon, Doom. Is Doom? Yeah, tough one really on this. Trial of Ambition is very good. Go for the Throat I like. Let's just trim the Lithoform Blight, I think, for this matchup, and maybe we'll lose 1 Restoration of Iganjo. Yeah. Tough one to sideboard, just because I don't really... Nobody really plays against Doom Foretold decks, so it's quite hard to sideboard against them, which is kind of what I was hoping would happen here. Okay, this is very similar to our other hand, except worse. And we're on the draw, so I think I'll ship this. Okay, that's better. So let's pop back one of our Rafine's towers, or are we... Yeah. Yeah. So let's open with a Thoughtseize. Okay, so Rip Apart, fine, don't care about that. Fable, Doom, not that fussed about that either. Alright, let's nick one of their Fables, just so that we don't have to face down 2. So we could play Spirited Companion. That would mean not being able to play Treacherous Blessing, though. Yeah, No, I think that's probably worth it. Let's play the Companion. Fair enough. So let's trial of ambition here. Play Hall tapped. Doom Foretold isn't very effective for them here. Nope, they're just going to Blessing. Fair enough. Well, two can play at that game. So let's drop another Isolated Chapel into play. Pass the turn. Getting a bit screwed by resources here. And I don't like that they'll have an active reflection soon. Well, they're going hard on the blessings, okay. I could do with drawing something that isn't land. So reflection is a problem. Teferi could deal with it, but I don't really want to use Teferi in that way. Because they'll just come back as another Fable, so let's Prophetic Prism. Play Glacial Fortress. Pass the turn. Really just looking for a verdict now, I think. Would be nice. Yeah, we'll let them thought seize us. There's nothing in there that's particularly moving me at the moment. Fair enough. Go ahead. So let's cycle Rafine's Tower. Okay, go for the throat's a good answer to the reflection. So let's Restoration of Iganjo. Grab a planes. Play a planes. Go for the throat, the reflection. We are going to have to keep an eye on our life total here, unfortunately, but we do now have a spell pierce anyway. Sure. Okay, our opponent's struggling a bit with land by the look of it. Hence why they haven't got their Doom Foretold out yet. No, okay, yeah, they just couldn't see a way out of that. Yeah, I think we were going to outvalue them at some point. So, yes, we will take that. And we will rank up to gold. Excellent. Ooh, 2 copies of Doom Foretold, Swamp, tap lands as well. It's a bit slow. Yeah, we'll try it. They're going to 6. Okay, some form of green deck. Okay, they're on mono green devotion. Okay, they got plenty of mana, whereas we do not. So let's grab a swamp. Yeah, this isn't going to be fun, I don't think, this first game. Hopefully, they might have just run out of interesting things to do. Okay, Pelucranos is a card. Yeah, we're done with this game, I think. We were slow. They had an incredible start. Tis what it is. So let's pop in a Spell Pierce, Noxious Grasp, Shieldred's Edict. How do I feel about Thoughtseize in this matchup? Yeah, let's put in Thoughtseize as well. And let's take out. What are we taking out? Temporary Lockdown. It only really hits elves, and by the time you play it, it's too late. Trial of Ambition is okay. Lithoform Blight. Yeah, that does hit Nykthos. Probably keep that. Verdict, fine. Go for the throat, fine. What are we taking out? 7 cards. 7 cards to take out. Let's take out Spirited Companion here. Elspeth Conquers Death is good. Elish Norn. No, I don't really like Elish Norn here either. And yeah, let's trim a couple of prisms as well. Yeah, let's do it like that. Well, this would be good if we had any black land. Restoration. No. Yeah, this hand's okay, so let's ditch Watery Grave and just hope for the best. So let's open with Hollowed Fountain. Pass the turn. Yep, Wolf Willow Haven is a card. That's Omen of the Sea. Ooh, I like Spell Pierce. Don't think we need another Omen. So let's drop another land. play Prophetic Prism. Let's hold up Spell Pierce for whatever various flavour of Planeswalker they might try and play. Obviously, they might just play Cavalier. No, we will get rid of that. Do not need you in my life. And they do not have a third land, So let's drop the Doom Foretold and start eating away at their mana. Okay, yeah, we will take that. Interesting game 2. Now, what should we do? Game 3 on the draw. I think we're basically keeping the same. Might drop in Rest in Peace, take out Dance, and one of our redundant Yorions. Yep. Rest in Peace just makes Cavalier and Storm worse. Yeah, sounds okay. Let's open with Hall. I think we can Spell Pierce that. Now let's play Rafine's Tower. Okay. Now, what are we doing here? We could Blight. We could March something. What would we... So we would need to ditch both of these to be able to March Cavalier, so that's no good. So yeah, let's just Blight their land. Okay, field's not bad. Let's just pass the turn. Hope they play a creature rather than a planeswalker. No, okay, it's Karn. Karn is always bad news. Okay, well, let's verdict while we can. So yeah, they're just going for the land just so they can get their God Pharaoh statue down. So they're going to be able to turn this into a 6/6 next turn. Nothing I can do about that though. So let's just play Restoration. At least they don't have the mana to cast Cityscape Leveler at the moment. Okay, we're dead. Yeah, because they could just sacrifice the troll. Yeah, don't think there's anything we could do here. Elspeth Conquers Death doesn't help. Blight doesn't help. Foretold won't do enough. Yep. Ah, that's a shame. Not a surprise, though. It's bloody mono green, isn't it? Um, decent enough. Not great. Not high impact cards. Hopefully, we get the chance to cast them. Oh, this is it Dimir control? I'm running into a lot of Dimir control at the moment. It's interesting. The reality chip. Okay. What is going on here? Okay, let's discard Rafine's Tower. Play a Plains, pop a Doom Foretold into play. Wow, there is a lot going on here that I don't understand. But I kind of like it. Now they're attacking with the reality chip, and I'm even more confused. Let's sack our Restoration. Let's Supreme Verdict. Grab a island. A island. Okay, they got Fatal Push. I don't know why they wouldn't use that one. This is all very confusing. So let's play Archon of Sun's Grace. Temporary Lockdown. Okay. Things be happening. I still don't know what they're doing, but I dig it. I dig it, whatever it is. Yep, that'll do. Don't really know what to do against what they're doing. So we'll just run it back. Don't love it, but it's got a verdict. Love it even less now. What an interesting hand I have now. Do you want to thought seize me again? Okay, so they're running a lot of hand disruption. I'm drawing nothing but land. Yeah, there's nothing there that's very interesting for you, I'm afraid. Right, well, we need a mass removal spell or we die. Okay, well, let's open with Doom Foretold. Kills one of their creatures, but it's all we've got, so. I'll just draw another land then, shall I? And another one. Okay, well, we'll think about that for a while and just go to game 3. Um, what are we sideboarding against this? Spell Pierce. Let's put her on our own Thought Seizers. Let's take out Doom Foretold. And Trial of Ambition. Too slow. Well, they've got too many creatures for it to be good. Yeah, if we draw a land, it's a decent hand. Glistening Deluge, not interested in that, so let's just take their Disdainful Stroke. Okay, we can indeed see behind the curtain. So let's pop the Restoration of Iganjo into play. Ah, so it's a training grounds deck, I assume. Discard tower. Play another tower. Pop Yorion in our hand. Okay, well, we got Verdict at least to stem the bleeding. I don't really want to have to get rid of our architect. I'm not sure I have any other choice though, so. Yep, that's a pre-verdict. Okay, another training grounds. Okay, that's a card. Keep Thoughtseize. So let's Verdict again. Play Thoughtseize. Take their Deluge. Play a Fabled Passage. Pass the turn. No, neither of those is good now. Play Prism. Play Yorion. Nope, nope. Let's just mute our opponent. Okay, I have to block here. Okay, go for the throat's good. So let's Oath of Kaya them. Hope that they activate their hall. No, they're just going to put some curtains into play. Fair enough. Mastermind it is. Take another oath. Play it. Now let's thought seize away their mastermind. I'm living close to the edge here, but I like it. If I had a way of getting these in the bin, I'd be much happier, but because then I could just dance for several. I'm going to have to do that next turn anyway, but now we're just waiting for our opponent. Interesting, because they kept spamming me with your go earlier, and now they're not doing anything. Funny that. Okay, that you may do. Cycle Rafine's Tower. See if they have the wherewithal to have a go at our Oath of Kaya. Nope, they picked the wrong one. Oh, they're being deliberately difficult now. Never mind. Let's drop an omen in the bin. No, don't need either of those. So, how much land have we got? We have 11. So, we can sack another omen. Oh, that's interesting. Let's say no to either of those. And then let's Dance of the Manse for 6. Kill that. Nope. See what they choose to do here. Fair enough. We will lose one of our omens. Yeah, they're super dead now, I think. So let's blight their hive. Play a Field of Ruin just in case. Let's blight their castle Lochthwain. Hit them for 8. Pass the turn. Oh, the salt roping is going to be hard here. In fact, it's almost inevitable, so... And turns out it was. Yeah, let's end this one. See, I don't mind the idea of their deck. I'm yet to find a training ground shell that I actually like, I have to say, but don't hate it. So yeah, that was Esper Doom Foretold. Did reasonably well there. I'm not convinced about Doom Foretold itself actually in Explorer meta anymore. It feels a little underpowered for the year 2023. Might have been good once upon a time, but long time ago. So yeah, there's the deck list one more time. Thanks very much for watching. Hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you next time.